So you want a Lamborghini? Of course you do. Who doesn't? These cars are more than just transportation. They are rolling pieces of art, screaming symbols of success, and the ultimate automotive fantasy. When you see one on the street, you don't just notice it, the impossibly low roofline, the sharp, aggressive angles that look like they were designed to cut through the air, and that engine note, oh, that glorious, earth-shattering sound. It's a noise that announces its arrival from 3 blocks away, turning every head and dropping every jaw. This is a car that makes children point and adults stare, a vehicle that transcends mere driving and becomes a genuine event. It's the poster you had on your bedroom wall brought to life. The appeal of a Lamborghini isn't just about speed, though it certainly has plenty of that. The scissor doors on the V12 models are probably the most iconic feature in the entire car industry. Can you even name another car company so famous for its doors? I can't. All right, let's talk about price. When you hear the word Lamborghini, your brain probably flashes to a number with a whole lot of zeros after it. And yes, if you walk into a dealership today, a brand new Huracan, the new Revuelto, a new Huracan Technica starts around $240,000, and that's before you even look at the options list, which is extensive and very, very expensive. Want special paint? That's a few $1,000s. Carbon fiber bits? Thousands more. Before you know it, you're looking at a car that costs more than the average American house. It's easy to see why the dream often stops right there for most people. The automotive world loves to focus on newest, fastest, most expensive models. The headlines are always about the latest multi-million-dollar hypercar that sold out before it was even built. The truth, however, is that cars depreciate. Yes, even incredible fire-breathing supercars. Once a car is no longer the newest model on the block, its value starts to come down to earth. That means there are generations of older models out there on the used market. This brings us to the used supercar market. This is where dreams can actually become reality. The market has a sweet spot where the initial brutal depreciation has already happened, but the car hasn't yet become a rare classic collector's item whose value is shooting back up. But the point is, the price of entry isn't $1 million. It's not even $250,000. So, what is this magical, affordable Lamborghini I keep talking about? It's time for the big reveal, the Lamborghini Gallardo. Produced from 2003 all the way until 2013, the Gallardo was a massive success for Lamborghini. They built over 14,000 of them. Lots on the used market today. More supply equals lower prices. In late 2025, you can find early Gallardo coupes for sale. 2004, 2005, 2006 for around $80,000 to $100,000. Yes, you read that right. For the price of a new well-optioned Porsche Cayman or a high-end luxury SUV, you could have a mid-engine V10-powered Italian supercar. These early cars came with a 5.0-liter V10 engine, making just under 500 horsepower, which is still a massive amount of power today. They were available with a 6-speed manual gearbox, which is now highly sought after by collectors, or the more common E-gear single-clutch automated manual transmission. Well, for starters, it was the first Lamborghini developed under Audi's ownership. This meant German engineering and quality control, making it far more reliable than predecessors. Later models, like the LP 564, are more desirable and typically start around $120,000. But even so, it's still an incredible value for a car that can hit 60 in the mid-threes and top out over 200. Now, before you rush off to empty your savings account, we need to have a serious talk about the reality of owning a cheap Lamborghini. The purchase price is just the first hurdle. The running costs are where the true challenge lies. Maintenance, repairs, and insurance are all based on the car's original $500,000 price tag, not what you paid for it. An oil change isn't a simple $100 job. You can expect to pay anywhere from $500 to $1,000 at a specialist shop due to the complexity of the dry sump lubrication system. One of the most infamous quirks of the early Gallardo is the clutch. If you opt for E-gear, the clutch is a wearable item, and a new clutch can run you anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000. Its lifespan depends heavily on how the car was driven. If the previous owner spent a lot of time in city traffic, that clutch could be on its last legs. The interior is a product of the early 2000s. Infotainment is outdated, and visibility is classic supercar. Parking requires planning. Insuring a Lamborghini is not cheap, regardless of its age. Expect to pay several $100s a month, depending on age, driving record, and location. A good rule of thumb is to budget at least $5,000 to $10,000 per year just for running costs. If you've listened to all the warnings and you're still determined, then go into it with your eyes wide open. My single most important piece of advice is this: get a pre-purchase inspection from a reputable independent mechanic. A few $100s spent on a thorough inspection can save you from a $20,000 engine problem down the road. Do your homework. Join forums like Lamborghini Talk and learn model year issues. Service history is everything. A car with a thick folder of stamped service invoices is worth paying a premium for. One with spotty records is a massive gamble. You're buying a dream. The noise, the drama, and the incredible feeling of being behind the wheel of something truly special. If you're prepared for the costs and you've done your due diligence, then go for it. Life is too short to drive boring cars.